Hello everybody, welcome to Nightwalker Paranormal, Episode 1. Today we're going to be reviewing this evil looking thing here. Just as a little warning, I do want you to keep in mind that I need you to stay kind of open to your thoughts. I'm not trying to convince anybody of any kind of a religious practice. I'm not doing anything other than trying out a way of communicating with what might be the afterlife, what might be a demon, we don't know. That's the point of the whole paranormal thing. You don't know. For those of you that aren't familiar with what you're looking at here, this is called a Dibbuk box. Dibbuk boxes were created by the Jewish community when they did an exorcist, unlike Christianity, where the point was just to get rid of the spirit out of the person that was being possessed. In Judaism, they actually felt that you need to take care of the spirit as well. So what they would do is they would do their exorcism, and they would get the spirit or demon or whatever's doing the possessing to enter the box with relics. The relics could be anything from personal items of the person that was possessed, or a lot of people used like vases or vials that the demon could actually get into, and they felt that this was helping the spirit or entity or whatever you want to call it and giving it a place to rest. Now, as you can see, this one here is bound by a rope. And somebody took a lot of time to mold this 3D, quite evil looking face on the front. And up here, you'll see we have a pentagram. It's sealed 360 degrees around it with wax. Here's the other box that we have present. These are possessions of one of my investigators, Ryan, who you'll hear his voice later on. He's got a collection of over 20 of these, right, Ryan?
Yes.
Now, these are to be respected. Just because you have one doesn't mean that your house is going to get possessed or anything like that. The thought is that these are resting places for the spirits that were removed. This one is very hard to say that it's a resting place. Looking at it, that looks quite unresting to me. But the point is, you do not open spirit boxes, okay? You don't want to unleash whatever was put in here to begin with. So what we'd like to do tonight is we're going to investigate these boxes, and we're going to see if we can get any kind of communication out of them. One of the things that I use is a pendulum. So far I've had interesting results with it, back when we used to be part of the New Jersey Society of the Paranormal. And what you'll be able to see tonight is you're going to see me holding it and using it, and you're going to be able to watch my hand, see if it moves, and I'm going to give specific instructions to whatever might be here as to how to move it, and you'll see, hopefully, if things are responsive, you'll see answers. You'll see direct responses correlating to my questions. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. I'm going to hand the camera over to Ryan, and we'll get started. One more thing before I get the pendulum out. I'm also going to be using my divining rods. Divining rods register electromagnetic fields. Some of you might be familiar with them as dowsing rods, but basically any kind of electromagnetic field, the rods will cross. And we're going to do that first since it's quick and easy, and I'll show you. Earlier we were trying it out and we got some responses. So I'll be right back, and we are going to get started. Now that we are set up here a little bit, like I discussed, these are the dowsing rods or divining rods. Here's my pendulum. Here's my Nightwalker cup. You know I had to do it. Alright, I'm going to be using a normal digital recorder, and I'm going to record what we're doing here, and I'll play it back later on. If I catch anything, I'll make an addition onto this video, or I'll post it separately. Alright, so we're going live recording. Maybe. Alright. Nightwalker and Ryan, spirit boxes. Otherwise known as Ryan? Come on, Ryan, you gotta talk. What are they also known as?
Dibbuk boxes.
Dibbuk boxes. I need more coffee, people. Alright. First, we're going to go over it with the dowsing rods. Dowsing rods basically measure electromagnetic energy. If there's any kind of an electrical force or whatnot, you'll see them kind of cross. I mean, I got to actually have my thumbs on it to cross it. As you see here, it's got a nice little spinny thing. Spinning thing makes it so that I don't control it. They're just going to swing wildly like this. I'm going to try to keep them level. I'm going to try to keep them to where they're kind of even. And you'll know if they go crossing, which I just tilted my hands. If they go crossing, you'll be able to see. It won't be able to touch where the magnetic field is coming from.
Sorry about that.
Don't mind Ryan. He's been a little sick. Alright, so we're going to start off with this black one here. And we're just going to kind of trace around it. And as we go, you'll see if there's any kind of a response. Nothing as of yet. Nope. Nothing. I'm going to come around Ryan. Now, if I had a ground on one of the receptacles here to show you exactly what they would do, that would be great, but I haven't exactly went to check that out. Alright, we're going to try box number 2. We're going to call this the devil box because it has the pentagram up top. Do you have a name for it, Ryan?
No.
Okay, you do now. It's devil box. Now, earlier when we were playing around, well, not really playing around, but we were trying this, we actually did get a response out of this box. They were crossing. And it was only in the one area. Let me again move the Nightwalker cup. Now, actually, looks like we might. If you see how that one is pulling in, there we go. That's actually a positive response. What this means is that it's not a very strong pull, but it's a pull. So there's got to be some kind of an electromagnetic field. As you see, it does it every time. Now, just a couple minutes ago, before we started filming, it wasn't doing this. There we go again, just a slight. Now, we don't know what's inside of this box, because obviously we don't want to unleash whatever is inside of this box. It doesn't look too friendly. Again, mild crossing. And if you were to actually be holding these in your hands, you can actually feel it kind of pulling towards it. Now maybe as we're poking at the box, maybe it doesn't like it. That's remain to be seen. But again, you see here it's not really doing it. Now, one thing I should tell you is the contents of this devil box is drifted down to this end. We don't know how old these boxes are. The chances on them having a magnet in there or something like that, probably pretty slim. And we'll just go one more time to see if it's still doing it. And actually it's not.
There it goes. It's moving around.
Now, why it would do that, I can't really say for sure. No, it's not at all. So, whether something's moving around, it's hard to say. You figure the concept of these is that it is holding a spirit that at one point possessed somebody. Now, Ryan collects these. I wouldn't exactly suggest, if you're uncomfortable with this kind of stuff, to go out and buying one. I definitely 100% would not say go out and buy one to open it. Now, anything could be in there. It could be human hair, it could be jewelry, it could be photographs, it could be anything. And if you listen, there is stuff in there. These aren't just hollow boxes with nothing in them. This one's actually got some weight to it. But now, you look at the craftsmanship of what they did on the top here and the time they took putting this thing together. That's dedication. This isn't one day's work. This is somebody, pardon me, this is somebody that's saying, there's evil in here, don't go in there. We're not going to go in there. You're not going to see the contents of that box tonight. So now what I'm going to do, this is my pendulum. I'm the only one who's ever used this pendulum. The concept behind the pendulum is that something can use, it swings pretty easy, but they can use it to communicate. Now what you're going to be watching is you're going to see my hand. I'm not going to move it. Those of you that have followed me for the past year and a half know it can be pretty trustworthy. I'm not out to fake anybody out. It's possible we could do this and get no response at all. But we'll see what happens. We're going to ask simple yes-no questions. I'm going to designate a yes answer and a no answer for directions. And we're going to see what happens. Alright, so let's start here with this box, which it looks like it's got a little engraving here. I don't know, but this one's sealed with white wax all the way around. So now I'm just going to sit here like this and hold it. Alright, I'm going to kind of keep it still. Now, as you can see, it goes back and forth a little bit. But we're going to sit here until it goes steady. And just keep an eye on my hand. Now, what we're going to do is anything left and right of me, I'm facing this direction. So left and right of me in this direction is going to be no. And going this way is going to be yes. Now, let me actually separate these boxes. We don't want any kind of interference, just in case. Alright. Now, Is there anything in this box that wants to talk? I want you to move the crystal towards and away from me for yes, left and right of me for no. Is there anything in here that wants to talk? Are you human? We're not going to hurt you. We're not angry. We're just trying to make some sort of communication with you. We want to try to figure out why you were banished into these boxes. So again, will you talk to me? Are you human? Now, obviously, you see the little bit of bouncing around there. That's most likely, I am human. When we look for answers, you're going to look for something much more dramatic than that little bit of sway. So let's go ahead. I'm going to give this box a rest. We're going to say right now that it doesn't want to talk. And we'll come over here to this one. This one gives me the chills. I don't know about you, Rye.
Yeah, it does.
Alright. So we're going to go right over top. Make sure I get this thing still. Alright, again, in order to communicate towards me and away from me is going to be yes. Left and right of me is going to be no. Yes and no. Is there anyone or anything, not an object, in this box? Is there any spirits, demons, humans, whatever you want to call yourself? Do you want to talk? Now I know it's kind of hard to describe this, but the air is kind of changing in here. It kind of like chills. Well, stop. Are you human? Or were you human? If you're going to want me to believe in something as an answer, you're going to have to swing it a little bit wider. I hope all of you at home or wherever you are watching this can see that my hand is not moving. Alright, stop it. Were you possessing somebody? Did you use somebody else's body to communicate, or maybe use as your home or possess in some way? Now, if you could see, that actually kind of looked like it was tapped. I don't know about you, but I take that as a yes.
Absolutely.
Were you put in this box because somebody forced you out of somebody else's body? Did you intend to hurt the person that you got in? That looks like a no.
Hmm?
Were you upset or angry at all when you got put in this box? No? Well, that's pretty strong answers.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
upset or angry at all right now? Do you like your home in the box? Take that as a yes. Are you comfortable? Are you going to stay in this thing forever? If I let you out of the box, if I were to open this, do you think you'd get into another person? Is that a choice you have? Or do you need to have a body? I know it's kind of hard to say whether or not it's answering the question at this point, because it continues. Can you stop it? Can you stop the swaying for a minute? Thank you. Are you okay with Ryan housing you? Keeping you at his home? Does he respect you and show you the proper, I don't know how you would word it. How would you want to word it? Is there something you want to know, Ryan?
Feels respected.
Do you feel respected? Do you think Ryan's taking good care of your box and you? Go ahead and swing it a little heavier if... Thank you. Are you able to talk to us? I have the voice recorder going right now. If you're able to talk to us, go ahead and answer that one. Yes or no? It's more of a circle. Whoa. Man, do I feel that. You're not able to talk to us? Alright, well, we're going to try anyway in a minute. Is there anything that you'd like us to know? Alright, we're going to end with this right now. Just so that you know, Ryan means good things for you. Alright, he's not going to hurt you. He's not going to open your box. He's not going to destroy it. And he's going to treat it with respect. Okay? Alright, that's good enough of a yes for me. Thank you for talking with us. I really appreciate it. Now, for those of you at home, now, I don't know how else to say it, but hopefully I'm right by saying that my hand wasn't moving. I have no need to fake anything with you guys, and I don't know how else to take it, but it seems like it works to me. I've used the pendulum on a couple different cases, and the stories end up lining up. So, as strange as it might sound, as weird as it may look, you saw it yourself. You take from it what you think. If you think I was moving it, by all means, that's you're allowed to think that. But I know what I was doing. I stand by it. Now we're going to go ahead and use our voice recorder here for a couple minutes, and we'll do some see if we can't get some EVPs. So, like I said, what I'll do is I'll analyze this later, and I'll go back through. If I find anything, I'll add an add-on to this video, or post it as a new one and tag it together. Alright, so as we're standing here, is there anybody other than Ryan and I in the room? Which box are you connected to? Are you connected to what I'm calling the devil's box? And I hope that doesn't offend you, but it does kind of have a pentagram on it. Or are you connected to this box over here, this black box? Do you have any messages that you want to pass along? Is there anything you have to say? Are you able to tell us your name? What are you called? Can you tell me what year you were put into these boxes? Do you have any ambition of being released from these boxes? Or do you want to stay? Now let's do a generalized one. Can you give us a sign? Some sort of a sign to let us know that you're here? Can you move something? Can you gather up your energy and maybe scream really loud so that we can hear you other than using these recorders? How about this? Can you knock? Can you knock like this? How about one big bang? Because I know the way I am, I got to see something. Alright? Yeah, you move the pendulum around, but I want to see something. You had the power to possess somebody. I know you're locked away, you're locked in here, but still, these are still just items. If you're a spirit or you're a demon, wouldn't you be stronger than items? Let's see you knock over my Nightwalker cup. Can you do it? No, I didn't think so. But we're going to let you be for tonight. Hopefully, you'll stay happy and contained within your respective boxes. All of you at home, I hope you liked the first episode here of Nightwalker Paranormal. Just another platform just to try to make your nights a little better and spread some interest. And Brian loves his boxes. He takes good care of them. This is a piece of history that you'll never see again. I mean, these are in times that are completely different than today. I don't know if these are still being made by any cultures. Who's to say? Very well could be. But this is what this world was created on. People believing in different things, having different views on things. Just because one person believes that this is how you handle something and someone else might believe, you know what, it's just a psychological issue. Each person's beliefs are as appropriate as your own. Always accept people for who they are and accept them for what they believe. It doesn't mean you have to believe it. It doesn't mean you have to think it's credible. But the fact that they do, you can give them that little bit of respect. That at least they stand by their beliefs and they go with it. I think I've taken up enough of your time. There's been no real commercial breaks here, So you're probably tired of just watching a couple boxes.
As always, I want to thank you guys for visiting me here on my YouTube channel, or the website, depending on what you came to me through. It's been an ongoing process. We're almost up to 2 years now here at the Nightwalkers, and I've got a lot of plans. I've got a lot of goals, and this is one of them. Starting Nightwalker Paranormal. Hopefully, we'll be able to do more of these and keep your interest. In the meantime, come over to our website, thenightwalkers.org. Or sorry, the nightwalkersinternational.org. I just spelled the domain, so forgive me. It's the nightwalkersinternational.org. And you'll find links to everything as far as what Facebook groups, the pages, TNW Gaming. We have a singles connection group. We have a cares group. If you ever need a shoulder to lean on, that's the place to go. And remember, everything that I do here, everything that Lori helps me out with, and now my team members and Slow Rider, I'm developing a pretty good team here to try to bring you everything that we can. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had faith in me that what you saw was actual and there was no manipulation. And hopefully episode 2 will come sooner than later. And as we develop and get bigger, who knows what might happen. But as always, thank you for following us, following me. Keep your eye out for my book that I'm finishing up called Going Nocturnal. And I'll see you on the next episode. Stay safe out there and stay caffeinated, my friends.